In last week's edition of Market Journal, we spoke with UNL Extension beef veterinarian Richard Randall about calving preparations. This week, UNL Extension forage specialist Bruce Anderson is with us to discuss why good nutrition after calving is so important for cows.
Well, when we take a look at what the animals are needing to do at this time of the year, they're dropping their calves, they're starting to develop their milk production system, they're producing milk for those calves, which takes extra nutrients, and they're trying to get their body set up for rebreeding. So there's some additional nutrition that they need to take care of those added requirements, and we need to provide that through the feeds that we're giving to them.
The grounds that the cows are occupying right now, whether it's stalks or pastures and grasses, what kind of condition are those in right now?
Well, they've gone through the winter time here with some snow, some rain, wind, and all the conditions that we've got here. So that weathering has generally reduced the feed value that they have out there. And when we couple that with the added nutrition that we need for the cows at this point, typically prairie hay, winter pasture, corn stalks, or other residues are going to be too low to meet their needs all by themselves.
What are the needs? TDN, crude protein needs, what are the needs of the cows?
Well, the cows' protein needs tend to go up maybe almost double in some cases after calving, but typically they need to have a diet that may be about 10 to 12% protein, and the energy needs go up a bit, so that we'd like to see a TDN around 60 to 65%. That takes a pretty darn good quality forage to reach those levels. So oftentimes either we save our best forages for this time of year for feeding, or we have to use supplements to meet those nutrient needs.
What kind of supplements would you be looking at in those situations?
Well, there's lots of different things that we can be using. We can use alfalfa hay as a supplement, especially if we're only needing to boost the protein up there. Also things like distillers grains, soybean meal, cottonseed meal, the range cubes that people often use, all can be very good supplements to meet those little extra nutrients that the cows demand right now.
If you haven't done it yet, would you still have time to maybe get a forage analysis and test it to see what's in it before you feed it?
You sure could. Most of the labs can get us results back very quickly, and by using that, then we know more exactly how much we need to feed, and thus not end up feeding more and thus spending too much money.
Right. Because our state climatologist seems to hate us, this cold does not end, and it seems to be going on at least until next week. What would that do for requirements of the cow?
Well, the cold makes the requirements go up a little bit higher. What really becomes worrisome is if we get wet conditions, then the animals start getting wet along with that cold. Then we really need to take extra care of them, make sure they get plenty of energy so they can produce enough body heat to withstand the conditions that the weather's dishing out.
As Bruce said, protein needs after calving can nearly double, and energy requirements can increase by 30%. If you decide to sample and test forages, you can find information on reading those results in our interview with Bruce from the January 10th episode of Market Journal.